So we're now quite far upriver, and we're on one of these little tiny channels with fallen trees everywhere. And every time we turn around a corner, we startle lots of birds that fly out of the trees. We've seen some beautiful birds. I've seen an eagle circling above us, and some diving birds that are like kingfishers that dive under the water when they see us. And every now and again we're having to slow down to pass fallen trees in the river that have been cut previously to make a little gap for us to squeeze through. The canopy is quite tight, often it's closing up ahead. I'll show you like here. So it's quite an adventure. We're getting quite deeper and deeper into the forest, and the further away from the main river we've come, the more animals we've seen, the more full the forest feels. It's bigger, the trees are taller, there's more diversity, and all of the space is full. All of the forest is very dense. Further down the river, the big river, the Ucayali that we came up from the city, there's a lot more villages, a lot more people, and the trees that you see growing, it's kind of like what's grown back after everything's been cut. But here it feels much older and more developed, and much more like a natural, rich forest. And you can really feel it change as we get further into it. It's really beautiful. It's very beautiful. And even though what we're seeing here near the riverbanks is also a little bit more degraded, when we arrive at the camp soon, we're going to get out of the boat and take a walk deeper into the forest. And I'm really looking forward to it. So how's it going, Agnes?
It's going fine. I'm just a little bit anxious about the trees in the river. I know that last year, or no, actually a few months ago, they capsized the boat because they went over a trunk and then it caught in the boat tip. So I'm just a little bit anxious. Just keeping a good lookout for floating trunks and that kind of stuff. But apart from that, it's absolutely amazing. It's just so oh, here we go again. It's just so full of life, this forest, and there's just birds flying over the water, and there's insects, and there's just life everywhere. It's just amazing. Just really, I feel really privileged to be able to be here, because as you can see, it's really difficult to get to. Obviously, you know, I'm really keen on going to see the land that we have and the rosewood trees, but just the whole experience so far has been really fantastic. So yes, really happy.
So you're going to go swimming next then, yes?
Yeah, so the reason why I'm slightly anxious about the capsizing thing is because there are alligators in this water as well. So I have seen one on the side just before, and I love to see them, and that's a great pleasure, great privilege, but I'd rather see them from dry land or dry boat rather than swim with them. The other thing that there is in the forest, and if we're very, very lucky we might manage to see one, is jaguars as well. So loads of wildlife, and the alligators are beneath us.
Yes, and just so everyone knows, how big was that alligator that you saw?
It was a little one. It was a tiddly one. It was about this big. But that's a small one, and there are some big ones. So I'd love to see a big one from the boat, not swim with it.
Okay.
What are those imprints in the ground?
In the ground, yes. So this is a deer step.
A deer hoof?
Yeah. See, because right now there is no loud drum machine.
Yeah.
Loud.
Yeah.
So the animals are
Coming back.
Okay. We have another footprint, but this is from the tapir.
Tapir.
So we've walked about 30 meters from the camp, and we found the other two footprints that we've shown before, and then now we've just found a jaguar footprint. It's by the look of it, it's a young jaguar, But it's really interesting that as soon as the machines go out of the forest and as soon as the loggers go, everything regenerates and everything comes back. So it's a really good sign for our little exercise here, for our plantation of rosewood. So yeah, quite exciting, and hopefully we'll see him tonight closer up.
So here is the first rosewood tree that we found walking from the camp, and it's been about 10 minutes walk. So we found all these animal footprints, and this is the first tree we found. It's certainly nice and tall, but it's growing very much like the trees do when they're in a closed canopy, so it's straight and tall. And what we want to try and do is to open some space around them to encourage them to grow side shoots when we've been planting the young ones. So when we first started this project, I was talking to Limber via email and on the phone, and when Limber first came here to see this area, when it was still owned by the logging company, he said it was very much like Avatar, like the movie Avatar. So in a minute we'll just pan around so you can see the forest after I finish talking. And just imagine the forest full of these big yellow machines, bulldozing everything down and ripping them all down and dragging out these big logs along here to the river. By buying the rights to this concession, what Lush has done is we've stopped that, and we're going to sustainably manage these trees, and we're going to talk a bit more about that later. So instead of just cutting everything, we will extract something, but we'll do it in a very gentle manner, and we'll replant more than we take, and we'll keep the rest of the forest standing. And we've already seen that even after this short time, the animals are starting to return. So we've saved this piece of rainforest, and hopefully we can return it back to its full splendour pretty soon.
Allá cerca la vuelta.
¿Has limpiado el carburador? ¿O es la bujía? ¿Qué crees que puede ser?